Hey guys, happy last week before vacation. This morning we are going to be working on doing a crayon resist. So we're going to use crayons. It's going to create a waxy layer on the paper, and then we're going to paint over it. And you're going to be able to see the crayon through the paint. We just read the story, The Hat, and so we're going to draw a hat. You can really use any kind of crayons you want. If you want a sneaky pattern to pop out, my suggestion is using a white. I know it's hard for some of our younger friends to be able to do that, so we're also going to go ahead. I'm going to do it with colorful crayons as well. So what I'm going to first do is go ahead and put my hand here so I know that I have to go around it. My hat needs to be bigger than my hand, so I'm going to make a rainbow going up and around my hand. Whoa, that's a big hat. That looks about right. I'm going to put a straight line across. That's the bottom part of my hat. And on this part, I'm just going to use the white just to show you. So I'm just doing some vertical lines down here. That's kind of the part that stretches out. And I'll pull this closer to the camera for a second. You can sort of see those waxy lines there. It's kind of tricky a lot of times for my ECE friends to see that. So then my next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create some shape patterns. So I'm going to do circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle. I'm going to go all the way across, and then I'm going to go put a different pattern on my next line right here. If you need to see it as broken down areas, you can go ahead and add another line. In this one, I'm going to go rectangle, oval, rectangle, oval, rectangle. And then I can do anything I want up here. I could go back to that first pattern. Circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle. And then my last one, rectangle, oval, rectangle. So a pattern, guys, is where something repeats itself over and over and over. So we have a shape pattern here that is circle, triangle, circle, triangle. We have a shape pattern here that is rectangle, oval, rectangle, oval. Okay, so after you've filled up this whole thing, you're going to go ahead and paint, and your last step is going to be cutting. So I'm using a bigger brush. You can use a small brush if you would like. You can paint it any color you want. I am using my tempera cakes that I have at home. You can use watercolor paint. My suggestion is a lot of water and a little paint. So I'm painting right over top. Notice how those invisible white lines that I drew are now popping out, but so are the colorful ones. So it's really up to you which one you use. You paint over the whole thing. It doesn't matter if you stay in the lines because you're going to cut out your hat. Very nice job. All right, your next step is to let it dry. After it is dry, go ahead and take your scissors and very carefully cut on or close to the line on the edge of your hat. If you would like to make a pom-pom on the top of your hat, that's also an option when you're done using some of your scrap paper or strings if you have that. So I went ahead and cut that out. Notice I cut away from my nose the whole time. So if I want to go ahead and add a pom-pom, I could use my crayon to draw kind of a funny shape, kind of like a cloud. And then I'm going to cut it out. Now, if I don't cut right on those lines, it's okay because I'm going to flip my paper over. All right, there's my lumpy cloud. I'm going to stick it right on the top of there. If I have glue, I'll add some glue to the back of my pom-pom. And I'm going to stick it right on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, guys, I can't wait to see what you do.